Will DoorDash, Uber Eats, and GrubHub deactivate you for multi-apping? That's the question that I'm going to answer for you today. My name is John McFall, and I want to welcome you to the McFallRI channel, where I teach you how to make $25 to $30 an hour doing food delivery. In today's video, I want to talk to you about multi-apping and what you got to make sure you do and you don't do to make sure that you're not getting deactivated on these platforms because you are multi-apping. If you get value out of today's video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Have you taken the time to read the terms of service on these apps that you use? If you haven't, I highly recommend that you do, because the terms of service lay out what your obligations are and what the rights that you have and what the apps actually have control over when you're out here working on them. If you go into your terms of service, you're going to see in those terms of service that these platforms cannot tell you that you cannot work on other apps when you're out there doing food delivery for them. And you got to keep in mind that you're not a W-2 employee with these platforms. You have the right to accept or decline whatever orders that you want. They can't tell you where to go. They can't tell you where to be. They can't tell you anything other than the fact that you are required to pick up on time the orders that they have for you, and you are required to drop them off in the time that they tell you that they need to be dropped off. The time is displayed when you accept an order. It shows you what your expected pickup time is, and then once you actually get that order, it shows you when the anticipated expected drop-off time is going to be. Beyond this, they have no control over anything else when it comes to what you're doing when you're out here doing food delivery. I actually did a video here a while back. I'll put a link to it in the description, but I had an order on GrubHub. I went to the gas station to pick up the order. It was for an Elmo's pizza place that was inside of a gas station. And when I got into the gas station and went up to the counter, the guy held up the ticket and said that he just got it and hadn't started it yet. He told me it was going to take him about 20 minutes to get the order finished. So I actually called GrubHub and said, the dude hasn't even started the order yet. I'm not going to just sit here for 20 minutes waiting on him to get finished with it. And I'm going to go on to my other apps and I'm going to take an order while I'm waiting on this one to get finished. And then I will take care of this one. The support agent on the line said, okay, no problem. I appreciate you letting me know. And I went and picked up an order on Uber Eats that I picked up and completed and got back to the original GrubHub order in time to where he was just finishing the order for me, and picked it up and delivered it, and I had no problems. My point is that they cannot tell you what you can and can't do when you're out there doing food delivery. And you're not obligated to sit any place at any length of time to wait for an order to be completed. The same is true when you're out there working. You can pick up orders from more than one of the platforms as long as they are picked up and delivered on time. A lot of people are concerned with the app seeing where you are and what you're doing on their little GPS thing, and it does not matter. They don't have control over you like that. One of the biggest reasons that I multi-app when I go out is because I want more opportunities to hit my phone, so I have more options when I'm out there. Sure, when I look at all the orders come in, when I don't have one, it's good to have multiple options to pick the best one. But on top of that, the reason that I multi-app is because if I'm in one of my sweet spots that I talk about all the time, it gives me the opportunity to get orders on more than one platform at a time, so that I can make more money for the work that I'm putting in when I'm out there. And if you do multi-apping the right way, you can actually get out there and make more money than you can on a single app, or even taking one order at a time. I have literally had one contract violation in the 4,000-ish deliveries that I've done. And this contract violation wasn't even my fault. I went to pick up an order from a restaurant on DoorDash, and when I got to the restaurant, I clicked on, the order was still being prepared. Well, by the time they got done with it, I got it into my car, I dropped it off. They said that I was excessively late to the drop-off because of the time. So I called DoorDash support. They said they would remove the contract violation because it was not my fault. They never did that, but it fell off after 100 more deliveries on the platform and it went away. I've never had any other contract violations. You can look here at my stats. DoorDash, I'm doing really well on. Uber Eats, I'm doing really well on, and GrubHub, I'm doing really well on, and it does not matter that I'm out here multi-apping or even taking orders on more than one platform at a time because they can't control that part of what I'm doing when I'm out here. Think about the platforms when they're really, really busy. They will have no issue sending you stacked orders and sending you to as many places to pick up and drop off orders so that they can get all done. The same thing applies for me when I'm multi-apping. If I have the opportunity to pick up more than one order at a time, I'll do it because this puts more money in my pocket. So when I'm out here doing multiple orders on multiple apps, they can't say anything to me about it because as long as I'm within the time that they suggest, then that's all that they have control over. The one thing that I really want to make sure that I stress to you in this whole multi-apping thing is always make sure you're putting those orders into a hot bag because you want to make sure that you get the order to the customer as hot as possible. And what I normally do is I will put the order that I'm dropping off second. I will put that in my GrubHub bag because it's better insulated. So as long as you use your hot bags and you're within your time, you will be okay out here doing multi-apping. So don't be afraid to take orders on multiple apps as long as you watch the time and you deliver the food hot. Other than that, the platforms can't do anything to you for doing it, and they have no control over you while you're out there. So if you got value out of today's video, please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Also want to remind you that down in my description, I have some great tools for you. If you want to know how well you're doing overall when you're out there doing food delivery, go down and check out my metric spreadsheet because this is going to show you where you are overall. I'm going to throw it up here on the screen real quick so y'all can check it out. If you look at the left-hand side, you'll see I always put my start time and my end time. This gives me the total time that I've worked. I also put in the miles. If you head to the right, you'll see for each app, I put the dollars that I've made, the time that I worked, along with the number of deliveries. Head to the bottom and you'll see it calculates out your average dollar per hour, dollar per mile, and your average per order. If you want to see how well you're doing, start keeping track of these numbers, and this will show you where you are and where you need to improve. Also want to remind you that in my food delivery playlist, I have a lot of good education. I just did a 4-part series about multi-apping that takes you from the basics all the way up to the advanced stuff. So go check out those videos. Finally, I want to leave you with, I hope that you are out there getting the money that you and your family deserve. And with that, I want to say thanks.